Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is G. You can call me G. From Life Bring Us. So I wanted to do a little bit different content for today. We finally closed on the house, so it was it took some time, but it finally happened. This way it gives me a chance to give you guys more content, as well as my girlfriend. We can go ahead and do things together and just show you guys pretty much, just give you guys some additional content compared to just doing the MCOC. For those guys who are subscribed to MCOC, this is just an extra plus for you guys to see, more things that we can bring to entertain you, so to speak. So I just wanted to go over just a little bit of what we wanted to bring, and not just as far as challenges or pranks, but also, doing things with like stuff with the house, or just doing also things for MCOC, as well as for doing things for the vehicles as well. So in case in point, this vehicle here, if I can switch this over, I will be going over this car as well. So yeah, it is a work in progress. The car was out in the sun for quite a bit of time. It did eat away at the clear coat, as you can see at the spot right here. And then also on the other end, as far as the quarter panel, and also here, ate through the clear coat. But you can see it started eating away at here as well, and then all through, all clear coat. So I'm gonna wind up sanding this down and then get it nice and flush, and then this way, once I'm ready to go ahead and do the plaster dip, I do have the advanced sprayer. So this gives me a chance not just to do the plaster dip by itself, but also to do Proline. So I will go ahead and put content for that when I'm spraying this car with Proline, and then to see how it comes out. Now this hood, I just did it because the way it was originally, it was gel coated black, but again, the sun just ate at it, and I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and just use the spray cans, and this is how it came out. Now the blue is not, obviously doesn't match, but not only that, this blue here is for wheels. So it has this nice glitter effect to it. But again, it wasn't meant to be sprayed on such a big piece as a hood. The black underneath it that I put as far as a base, that actually sprayed pretty well. But this blue was spitting and everything like that. It was not good. So yeah, I would not recommend doing the blue on the hood. The black would be fine, but other than that, I would not bother putting that onto such a large piece, just as that. I've had this car since 2004. I've been in the LS1 scene since 1999, when I had the Trans Am originally. I had 1999 Trans Am. That was actually my first car. And then, yeah, I wound up having a blowout with that car, and then it was gone. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get another LS1 vehicle, and I wound up picking this one up in 2004. I believe it was like about a year later or a few months later, I wound up picking this one up. Originally, it had 34,000 miles when I got it, and yeah, it wasn't a bad deal at all when I picked this vehicle up. And right now it's sitting at about 120,000 miles, I think, right now. And it's not too bad for being about 21 years old. So it still runs great as far as the motor. Work that needs to be done is going to be the transmission. The 3 or 4 clutch back, again, it's the original transmission, so it has worn out. Well, it's still barely holding on to 3rd and 4th gear, but it will slip past 2,000 RPM, which is not great. But the good thing is the car does have 273 gears in the back, so it still hit about 100 miles an hour before it wants to go into 3rd gear. Also, what I have planned is the rear end here. This is off of a manual car, and yeah, this has 342 gears, and it's a 3-channel, so it's perfect because mine is also a 3-channel, so it's just a perfect swap over. So those are the things I have planned for this car here. I also have the intake I want to getting from a member on LS1 Tech. That intake, as well as the throttle body to go with it. This is a fast, I believe this is the fast 90. So yeah, I want to get in this. The car still has the regular LS1 intake on it, not the LS6. So it's going to be a good bump in horsepower putting that intake manifold on. Also have HP tuners so that we can go ahead and fix the gears once I happen to do that gear swap for that. But yeah, I just, I didn't want to bother dealing with a whole carrier and Series 2, Series 3 carrier. I just get the manual whole rear end off of a stick shift car. Has 342 gears already, and then just put it right into this vehicle here. As far as the way the car sounds, I will start it up. This way you guys can hear it. I don't know if I should leave the garage doors closed, but I won't be inhaling too much of the nasty smoke. So, all right, hold on just a moment while I start the vehicle up, and I'll put you guys down. And I don't know if the camera's gonna get the entire sound the way how it's supposed to sound, but because it is kind of loud, so we shall see what happens. Kind of loud. If you guys want to know what has been done to the car, it does have, obviously you can hear it, it is a cam car. As far as the heads cam car, that's a bit that's a bit of a stretch. The car does have different heads. If you manage to see here, they are 243 heads. I did it when I had to do a repair because of the bad valve springs that pretty much took out the old cam that I had in here, as well as the lifters. So I'm just getting those heads as well, but they're not poured and polished. So it's just a stock set 243s. Again, it still has LS1 intake on it. Has the lid, which was one of the first mods I had done, as well as the catback. Originally, it did have an SLP loudmouth on it. Me and my friend had put it on and ran a few times at the track. When I put the lid and just the catback, everything else was stock on the car, even the tires I had gotten when I picked it up. The car ran a 13.3 at 105, and then my best was a 13.2 at 106. And the 60 foot was about, I believe it was a 2.0, 60 foot. So it wasn't too bad. So I was like, all right, so let me go ahead and get the torque converter. I did have one. I was originally going to put it onto the Trans Am. So it was just sitting in the living room. So I went ahead, got that with the cooler, put that into the transmission, went to the track, still with the street tires, and wound up running like a 14.0, 14.1, 14.5. But like 2.5 60 foot, 2.4 60 foot. So it was really, really hard to launch off the line, because as soon as I did, it was just spinning all over the place. And yeah, even mile per hour was trapping about 103, 105. So yeah, I was really pissed off about that. So I was like, you know what, let me just, when I come back out here again, I'll get a set of drag radials and then try run again. And I did. I wound up picking a set of needles up. And the needles, I got obviously the needle drags, I believe it's the 555Rs. And then went to the track again and ran a lot better. My first run I hit 12.8, and then mile per hour I believe was 107. So like, okay, so that's got into the 12 the first time. And then I ran again. I believe it was just one more time, because this was over at Raceway Park before they closed down the drag strip over in Jersey. And that time also ran like a 12.7. So I was getting better, so I was like, let me get some more seat time in the car. And I wound up running again in the first week of December, I would say. Or like towards the end of November, towards the end of November, I ran again. And I had my friend video the car, and again, this was a while ago, so which is why the quality of the video looks so bad. And this is when I did this run.
At the finish line, 1574 the left lane to 1434.
So yeah, after doing that run, then as you can see, it was a 12.2 at 109 with a 1.760 foot. My best that I hit. So yeah, extremely happy about that. The car managed just to leave really great, and yeah, almost getting into the 11s. And the car only had just the lid, the catback, and the torque converter with the tires. Four mods, and almost right into the 11s. It's insane. The best time that I wound up hitting was over in Atco, which is also in Jersey. Atco is known for its mine shaft air, and managed to still hit 12.2. I think it was 12.26, but the mile per hour went to 111. So the DA was a very, I believe it was negative DA that day. And it was like the first week of December. That was the first weekend that we had went. I managed to get 9 passes, but the 12.26 was my best pass. But the mile per hour was still about 100, anywhere from 109 to 111. I didn't hit the 112. It was just like, I think a 111.7 was like the best mile per hour run that I managed to do. And again, that was just out of 9 runs. It was just back to back to back. We were going. It was a cold day, so the track was pretty empty. So it was a fun time. After that, then I went ahead and put the long tubes on. They were QTPs, or they still are QTPs. QTP long tubes. When you first get them, and they start to like when you do a few warm cycles, they turn gold in color. Obviously, this has been on here for such a long time that they're not that color anymore. But yeah, so managed to put the long tubes on and then put the cam in. And then I wound up going during the summertime. I believe it was June we had went out again. And during that time ran a 12.5 at 113. And the 60 foot was 2.5. 12.5 with a 2.5 60 foot. So yeah, I mean, the car just didn't leave hard off the line. It ran pretty it still pulled really damn well, but it just didn't leave as hard. I think I didn't launch the car hard enough, because usually with this converter I foot brake it to about 3,000 to 3,500 RPM, and then when the light drops I just let off the brake and the car leaves. And then I roll into the throttle, so this way it, just won't shock the drivetrain as much leaving. So yeah, I was still very happy when I saw that 60 foot. I was like, oh my God, 2.5, and the car still ran at mid 12. Damn. Get that thing down to where it was at before, 1.7, 1.8, and you're looking at mid 11s practically. So that was with that. And again, this still has the LS1 intake on it. Did do the EGR block off plate. Also has the LS6 valley cover underneath the LS1 intake. So it has a built-in PCV. So we just ran the hose just around. But yeah, again, still basically a pretty stock motor, if you wanted to call it that. Obviously the heads have dual springs, titanium retainers, all that fun stuff. But again, that's the stuff that I want to do to the car. Again, it's just the rear end. Obviously, before I try to do anything with the paint or anything like that, I will just at least plaster dip it just to protect what is currently on here. And then later on, I'll go ahead and get the car really done. Of course, this is a navy blue metallic, so the MBM, which is the lovely blue color that this car came with. The seats also needed some help. Did manage to get a set of seat covers. You see in the reflection here. So got some seat covers here. Came out pretty damn well, especially the way the car used to look like before. So yeah, not too bad. Also had changed the steering wheel. The steering wheel, since the sun was eating through the glass, I should say not eating through, but coming through the glass like a magnifying, it was just like blistered this entire steering wheel right at the top up here. And it was like a black tar that was coming off. So I managed to get this from the wheel skins. Obviously you can see that it doesn't fit completely right, but I've stretched as much as I could, and that's as far as I could get it. But it still came out pretty tight around the top. So all in all, I was happy on how the steering wheel thing came out, especially compared to the way it was before. Also in here I have LS1 billet thing for the automatic, the billet knob. Now I got that from NBA, not the NBA, but NBA. Yeah, they don't. I don't think their website's up anymore. So yeah, I wound up being lucky and being one of the last people they picked that up. So all in all, guys, pretty much that's going to be it for the car. I do hope you guys enjoy that. If you want more content like this, obviously, you know, give it a thumbs up. Put some comments on there, the rides that you guys currently have. I do want to give a shout out to Solo Driven. You guys check out his channel if any of you are into the Mustang scene. He does have a 2003 Cobra, so the Terminator from back then. He also has an LS1 Camaro he just picked up, which is in black. So guys, be sure to check out his channel if you you know, into those Mustangs, things like that. Also, as far as the interior for the car, before I forget, this car did come with the tan interior, as you can see. It has a tan. Now you can spray paint this if you want, but I don't know, I always find that's kind of like sticky. I do want to just change out the whole panel itself. I've done the window motor mod, so I've done both doors. So taking these off is really simple, and then putting a whole entire black piece on. But yeah, those window motors, they will go out eventually, so make sure you look those up to see how to remove them if you haven't already. As far as the sail panel, I did change those to black. The headliner, changed it to black, and also the hatch trim, changed it to black. Had picked it up also from a member in LS1 Tech known as Whistler. So it was Chris who managed to get me these interior trim pieces off of another car. So really happy with that. I was able to change those out, and yeah, it came out pretty good as far as the black and everything, and instead of having the beige in there. But yeah, other than that though, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for the Camaro for today. This video is probably gonna be running long, but I just want to give you guys some information on, again, upcoming things I want to bring to the channel, as well as, you know, obviously with the house. Finally have a garage. Oh man, it's been such a long time that I actually have my own garage where I can actually do the work on the car. Again, it is a two-car garage, but obviously got all this stuff in here. But yes, it's just fine just to be able to have the room to do things, and then just to be content with it. As far as lowering, no, I will not lower this car. Florida does have these things called speed bumps, but I call them speed mountains and stuff. They just, you know, tear your car up. And I've seen people who have lowered their cars and it just destroys their undercarriage. So no thanks. And plus I also have the low-hanging white pipe right there, which has scraped on just regular streets. I mean, just the way they have things out without the speed bumps. It does hang pretty low. So yeah, no lowering for this car. And also I feel like instead of just like, okay, yeah, it's just for looks and everything, but again, I'm gonna be using this car in the drag strip, and I want some, you know, extra space. I don't want no wheel rubbing or anything like that. I do know that you can fit a set of 315s on here with the needles, because the needles do run a bit narrower than a regular 315 tire. These tires here are the Toyo Proxies. They're drag radial. So yeah, I don't run street tires in the back just because of that converter. If I ran street tires, it will always spin every single time. Giving it light throttle, it will still spin. And again, that's with 273 gears. and it's still like that torque converter is fantastic. What kind of converter is it? It is a Yank SS3800 that's on this car. Once I get the transmission fixed to get rid of the 3 to 4 clutch pack issue, I will get Yank's SS4000, and then I think that'll be it for that. I do like the SS series. It's really tame on the street until you hit it. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Yank, especially with the stuff that I have gone through with this car. Again, like I said, I've had this for a very long time. Been a member of LS1 Tech since August 2002. So man, it's been years. But originally I was on the SLP forums. Man, and again, if people who know about that, they're like, man, that was a long time ago. Like, yeah, I originally went onto that forum because again, I had gotten the SLP Loudmouth and they had a forum. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and listen to this and see, read on here, see some stuff I can learn. And then I was asking too many, I guess, certain amount of questions that people couldn't really answer. And they said, you know what, just go over to LS1 Tech. They'll have all the information that you need. So bam, I went over there and never came back. LS1 Tech has been where it's at, and actually it's still where it's at. I've got some of the best information on there. As far as the best deals, this rear end I got from LS1 Tech, extremely cheap compared to what they're going for right now. This manifold that I've gotten right here, I want to thank that member for giving me this the Fast 90 with the throttle body for $215 shipped. This thing by itself is about almost $1,000, and then the throttle body another $400. Two something together shipped. The axle, $200. I mean, there's nothing, you can't get any better than that. So I mean, originally I was looking for that axle years ago because I wanted again change out the rear end to the 342s, and about that time they were about $150. So right now I kept on looking, $600, $1,000, and this is used. And I'm like, it's too much. And then bam, fill up on this guy saying he lived in Florida on top of that and not too far away, and $200. Best deal, yes. So those forums, if you guys are looking to hook up your rides or anything like that, if you got the newer 5th, 6th gen Camaros, if you're running the Vets, they do have Corvette forum. Again, there's a lot of deals out there. They have the marketplace, their classifieds, they will sell their stuff, parting things out because they're going for the bigger builds, and some of the stuff that they're getting rid of you may need. So always be sure to check out those forums if you haven't already. Facebook, nah, I still get the best deals through the forums. I am on the Facebook for one of the Camaro enthusiasts, but yeah, the forums is the best. Another thing I added to this car, which is a minor thing, but to some people it may be valuable, was for me when I had the car out in the sun, is going to be this right here. Now, not this, because again, this is again from sun damage, and I can't do anything unless I pull the windshield out and get to that. But this piece right here, this here is a sunshade that's retractable. So they do have them for other vehicles as well, not just for the F-bodies. So if you guys want to keep the sun out from your interior and killing, if you have leather especially, you can go ahead and pick this out. Yes, this dash is cracked because again, this car is really old, but you just pull on here and then it retracts all the way around, connects on here, and bam, go ahead and keep the sun out. So yeah, it'll protect everything that you have in here, also keep the temperatures down. So this sunshade right here, fantastic. It retracts back, clips right in, and looks like it came with the vehicle. So another good thing to pick up if you guys have have sun. Again, live in Florida, so it does get really toasty out here. All right, guys, this video has gotten really long, like 23 minutes, but again, I just want to give you some information on the car. Also, this hood is VFN Sunoco hood. The tag came off. But as you can see right there, Camaro Sunoco, that was the tag for VFN. So I had gotten that. It is functional, does get the heat out, but does come with it. And definitely do like the line, because right here, if you notice, there is a faint line that goes down here. This badge is at the old house. I still have to go pick that up. It came off, so just get some glue, put it back on there. But I want to get rid of this piece, put a new piece on, because my dumbass driving in the dark without headlights on did that. So yeah, pretty bad. It was in the parking lot. Again, in the dark, this whole thing crap. I can get another one for $125, so I'll do that, and then I'll plastic dip everything else. I'm just glad that it didn't break anything else when I did that. So yeah, if you park in the garage and it's dark, make sure you put your headlights on so you can see you don't hit something. Other than that though, guys, I think that's it. One other thing I did do was change the headlight, the tail lights. The tail lights are the exports. So, or candy corns that people also say. So, yeah, changed them both out because the original ones, they were actually coming out. Now, this is also SS spoiler. So, yes, everything came in. It was just been a car for years, doing little things here and there. Didn't really do a lot of stuff all at one time. But that's one of the latest things I did was change out those tail lights because they were pretty bad. Also changed out the speakers in the front since I took the changed out the window motors. I was like, you know what, since I'm here, let's do the front speakers. So that got done, and that was it. So, all right, we're running close to a half an hour here. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.